Hey everyone, hope y'all are doing well and staying profitable. Wow, I've recorded this video 2 times already. Twice. So the first time I recorded it before heading to a dinner. And then I came back and realized it was just all black. So I didn't know what was going on. And then I did it again, like 20 minutes ago. And it was, I recorded the wrong monitor. So, well, I'm doing it again. So I'm just gonna Yeah, let's do it. All right, let's get right into it. All right, so bias. The bias is extremely mega perma hyper bullish. Okay, I mean, just look at this guy. We have a buy model on the daily. This is a unicorn setup. We've inversed all of these daily for value gaps. Okay, right. Inversed all these daily for value gaps. We have a breaker block here, tapping into a daily for value gap, respecting it, delivering from it to the upside. This looks like a buy model to the all-time highs. We have 4-hour equal highs up here. Going down to the 15-minute here. So this 4-hour, there's also 4-hour gap here where the daily was. The 4-hour respected. We're delivering from it. Up here, we have perfect equal highs here on the 15-minute. Triple equal highs. One of them's relative, but two are equal. Whoa. On the 50-minute here, we have quintuple equal highs here. What is even happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count it. Yeah, let's say just quintuple equal highs. What is happening? And we have like almost perfect low resistance liquidity forming on the 4-hour. Okay, like I've not seen a more bullish day or bullish bias in my life. Just like look, equal highs here, equal highs here. It's like literally 4-hour equal highs, 4-hour equal highs, 4-hour equal highs. Buy model on the daily, daily fair value gap respection. A week, 4-hour LRLR. So my bias has been bullish for a while, especially now that we've just left these. I mean, these are extremely significant. So this is just going to be a magnet for the market. But for some reason, just we didn't get it today. So I think I know why. So I think we're just accumulating, or not accumulating. We're just engineering liquidity for when all the market makers come back on Tuesday. That's my assumption. So I think we're probably going to run this on Tuesday, but we'll see. Because it's August, August is ending, and we're going to have Labor Day, and yeah, I can see that happening. That we're just essentially engineering liquidity for it to be taken. So we've engineered a heck ton of liquidity here. So coming into the day, we had a 4-hour value gap here. So we tapped into it, respected it, and then we came up and I had a chart marked where I was like, okay, so if we inverse this 1 hour here, I'll be looking for longs. So that'd be my final comfort. Like once we get this, then I'll be willing to look for longs. So we got this we got this inverse at 7 a.m. So let's go down to like 7 a.m. here. 7 a.m. would be 10 a.m. for you guys if you're on the East Coast. Just I use PST. Just know that. So 7 a.m. comes around, and then let's go into replay mode here. So 7 a.m. would be here. This is when the hourly inversion. I'm like, okay, I'm willing to look for longs. So on the 15-minute here, we had a very clean 15-minute for value gap here. That if we got a retracement in here, everything would be longs would be A plus because I was looking for us to potentially soup this low here. I'll delete these fair value gaps so it's clear. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? This is just So I was hoping we'd come soup this low or something, but because of this swing that we had here, this move, this marked pretty much the 50% exactly. of equilibrium of this range. So I was hoping we'd kind of get something like that, or retracement into there. Yeah, so just that's what I was looking for. But we didn't really get that in the beginning, so we just kind of pumped a little bit, but then eventually we started dumping. And we just stalled. I was kind of expecting us to just get, you know, a breakaway block here, maybe this one or maybe this one, and just send us straight up to the highs, but we didn't get that, which I was, and I think I know why we didn't get it. We the whole day we just were like generating liquidity to the downside. So starting out here on the 1 minute, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't notice this until a little later because I was just very focused on being bullish, right? But I also wanted this to be swept. So anyway, I noticed a little later on, not really at 7, but we had kind of low resistance liquidity, pretty perfect algorithmic low resistance liquidity being built up here to the downside. And so, and that kind of confirmed my bias. Like maybe we'll have to end up, you know, we're going to engineer some liquidity to the downside, sweep this low, soup it, and then go to the high. So I was feeling pretty confident in that. But yeah, so I wasn't open any shorts just because of the bias, but I did think we were going to probably head down here. And then this happens. We dump down to the low again. We come up, and by the way, not looking for any setups here. One, because it's LRLR, and because I want us to tap into this 15-minute tap equilibrium, and also there's no killer fair value gaps to deliver from here. This price action's it's not horrible, but it's not really that good. I don't really want to touch it until you see some nice fair value gaps forming. And yes, there's some inversions, but these inversions are so bad. I mean, I would never touch these in my life. So you can kind of just tell they're not really clean. So then this happens, right? We have another perfect touch. We add another to this LRLR here perfectly. And then I'm like, okay, now this is going to break. So now this is an A+ short, but the bias is bullish, extremely bullish, so that's why I would never touch this. But it is, in hindsight, a pretty good short. So what we had happen here is we had this high inside of a fair value gap here, and whenever you have a higher low inside of a fair value gap, and you see it soup the higher low soup, it's really high probability if you get like a setup off of that to the other side. So because let's say you're bullish here, right? Which, I mean, we're bullish, right? If you're bullish, you're expecting the market to just act as if this fair value gap's not here and just come and close above it, disrespect the bearish PD array. But if we come to this high and we don't displace above this fair value gap or the high itself, so we don't displace above it, we don't have any break of structure, we just turtle soup the high, it's just a really bearish signature. So yeah, highs and lows for value gaps. If you soup, that's why I wanted a soup here, because if you're soup at this low, because if you're bearish, you're probably just gonna expect this 15-minute PD array to just get disrespected here. But if you're bullish, you want to see this soup, not much displacement below the low, and then get a long setup. So yeah, highs and lows inside for value gaps. This is just generally kind of a pattern you see. It's just a really good signal for whatever bias you have. So yeah, like let's say you're bullish here, but then you see this happen, you know, this perfect sweep of liquidity, no displacement above this high, and then we're still bodies respecting this fair value gap. It's just a really bearish sign, and then obviously it'd be bullish in the other case where it's a low inside of a fair value gap. So yeah, once I saw this, like, and we got this just death candle out, disrespecting both of these bullish gaps, I said, okay, this is honestly a good, like, A+ short. I didn't take it because, well, and also the reason this is a good short is because of this extremely high quality liquidity target. And also there was more down here as well, more LRLR, but pretty high quality. Was it here or was it? Yeah, something like this. I think this is what I had drawn. Yeah, so we had this as well. 1, 2, 3, 4 touches, you could say. So these two sets of LRLR. Oh my god, you could even say 5 here. I'm not even gonna lie. So wow, yeah. So we were just like, kind of engineering a ton of liquidity to the downside. So yeah, pretty good short here. I mean, it ended up working. Your target would probably be this low. Yeah, stop would be a close back above this inversion. A little 1-to-1 RR. And then, yeah, so it worked. And then, at this point, I was like, okay, so we're just, since we had this other LAR here and we came and swept that, I'm like, okay, so we're probably just going to dump through all of this now. Even though the bias is extremely bullish, just this is such a high quality liquidity target. And yeah, so we do end up going, how low do we go here? I'm going to get a replay mode just to kind of show you. So yeah, we end up coming and sweeping pretty much all of this LR large besides this low here. And then we get like a 5-minute long here because we come back, tap into the 15-minute for value gap, or what? Sorry, this is the 4-hour for value gap. This is this one, so we come back into that again. We had to sweep both of these sets of LR, and then we got the long that ended up working. So, but still, we haven't hit these highs, so it looks like we're gonna save them for Tuesday or something. But yeah, so this is honestly the only good setup of the day, but I went against the bias, and also it is kind of a chase entry because if it closed like here, then it's better, but it closed below both, which is, really bearish. It's still a good setup, but it's just like, look, like your stop loss is really big, so it's not ideal in that sense either. Just I want you guys to understand the signature here, the sweep of a higher low and a fair value gap with like no little displacement and bodies hold the fair value gap. It's a really high quality signature and price to understand. So yeah, I guess we had to come and sweep all this engineered liquidity to the downside first before getting the long. It looks like we're gonna save these 15-minute 4-hour equal highs for Tuesday when the market the market will be up on Monday, but no one's trading Monday. It's just gonna be horrible because it's Labor Day. So yeah, that's pretty much the daily review. I didn't take a single trade today. I've only taken one trade this week. I posted it on my Instagram, and there's live execution. So there's gonna be a live execution for every single trade I take. So if you're like, where are the executions? Well, I only had one this week, so that's why there's only one video. So I hope you guys, I'm not gonna post a live execution with no execution. So yeah, that's pretty much the daily review. These are gonna hit, okay? I don't know when. One day, okay? I'll bet $1 million, $1 trillion these hit, okay? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. All right. It is 3 in the morning. I really need to go to bed. Peace out, y'all.